The market's about to crash again, but here's the shocking part. Most people won't lose their savings in the crash itself. It happens in the months leading up to it. Right now, the S&P 500 has just posted another 16 to 17% gain, 3 years of double-digit returns. Everyone's feeling confident, maybe even invincible, but here's the thing. We're in a very dangerous position. The CAPE ratio, which is a critical indicator, is at levels we've only seen twice before in history, 1929 and 2000. Both times, the market crashed by over 75%. So why does this all feel so familiar? It's the same pattern that always repeats just before disaster strikes. Investors get comfortable, they think it'll keep going up, and then they lose it all. But how can you spot the signs before it's too late? Stay with me, because if you understand this pattern, you can not only protect your wealth, but actually profit when everyone else is panicking. It's not just a coincidence. Every major market crash in the last 100 years has followed the same pattern. You know the feeling. Everything seems perfect. Stocks are climbing, the economy feels unstoppable, and your neighbor's bragging about his latest portfolio gains. It's the same story over and over again. But here's the thing. This isn't just history repeating itself. It's a warning sign that we're at the top. Again, the problem is most investors don't realize it until it's too late. Right now, the market is in stage 3 of a very familiar cycle. But why are we so certain this time? Because we've analyzed every major market top since 1929, and there's one pattern that's staring us in the face. The same warning signs are flashing, yet most people ignore them because they're blinded by the success of the last few years. But what if you knew what was coming? What if you could avoid getting caught in the panic? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot the signs and act before it's too late. We all know what happens next, the crash. But here's what no one is telling you. The real risk isn't the crash itself. It's the warning signs we ignore right before it. Take the CAPE ratio, for example. It's a key indicator that tracks market valuation. And right now, it's at a level we haven't seen since the dot-com bubble. Back then, we watched as stocks soared, only for the market to lose nearly 77% of its value in just a few years. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about what they mean. The markets always feel unstoppable before they crash. Just like in 1929 and 2000, people thought they were untouchable. It's the same feeling we're seeing today. The S&P 500 is hitting new highs, and everyone's thinking, this time it's different. But that's exactly the thought that leads to disaster. Notice what's missing from the conversation? No one's talking about why the market is this high. They're too busy celebrating the gains, but you won't hear them asking the tough questions about how sustainable it all really is. Now let's look at the proof. The evidence is all around us, and it's more disturbing than you think. Take the Buffett Indicator. This measures the total market value compared to the economy's size, and right now, it's at 200%. That's the highest it's ever been. Let me put that in perspective. The only other time it hit this level was in 2021. Before that, it was 2000, the dot-com bubble. And both of those times, the market saw a massive crash. But here's the kicker. The numbers are being manipulated, and it's all hidden behind a wall of optimism. You're hearing people say, the market can't go down, it's too strong, it's different this time. But the truth? It's the same story every time. People are ignoring the warning signs because they're too busy riding the wave. Meanwhile, the smart money is already exiting, selling to the retail investors who are still believing in that endless growth. This is the moment when everything shifts. And here's why that changes everything. You've been told it's safe, you've been told it's going up forever, but the market's about to prove them all wrong. Things are moving fast now, and the pressure is building. We're seeing multiple signs that this could all come crashing down sooner than expected. First, there's the skyrocketing volume of zero-day options. That's right, people are betting on the market like never before, throwing caution to the wind. Then we've got the spike in unprofitable tech stocks, which are at their highest levels since 2021. And let's not forget about the retail inflows, pouring billions into the market like it's a sure thing. It's as if everyone's convinced that the good times will never end. What happens if this continues? The risk becomes greater with every passing day. We're not just seeing one indicator go off, we're seeing a stack of them. The more these signs pile up, the more inevitable the crash becomes. But here's the thing, no one is talking about it. Everyone is too busy celebrating what's happening now to see what's coming next. And when that realization hits, it's going to be too late to act. Now, let's talk about how this affects you, the everyday investor. Imagine waking up one morning and seeing your portfolio drop 30%, 40%, maybe even 50%. It's the kind of shock that can derail your retirement plans, delay your dreams, and crush the financial security you've worked so hard for. The market's unpredictable, and it's not just the wealthy who feel it when things go south. Average people lose everything in the panic, in the rush to sell at the worst possible time. If this feels familiar, if you've seen this happen to friends, family, or even yourself in the past, say so in the comments. But it's not just about the numbers on a screen. This is real, and it impacts people's lives. From lost homes to delayed retirements, the fallout can be devastating. And yet, this happens over and over again because people are too afraid to make the tough calls when it counts. The real question is, are you prepared? Are you ready to make the hard decisions now before it's too late? But here's where it gets deeper. This isn't just about bad luck or unpredictable markets. This is the result of a system built to make the rich richer and the rest of us left scrambling for scraps. Let's break it down. The system rewards risk. Excessive risk. And the more you play along, the more you're pushed to take on bigger risks because that's where the money is. But it's not about financial freedom for everyone. It's about maintaining the cycle where the insiders always know when to sell and the retail investor always buys in too late. This is how they keep the game going. Big institutions, banks, and even governments make decisions that force you into risky positions. They want you to chase the highs so they can exit while you're left holding the bag. And when things go south, it's the same story every time. Panic sets in, the media screams, and the cycle repeats. Here's the unsettling truth. The system is rigged, and it's designed to trap you. The odds are stacked, but you don't have to play by their rules. You can change your approach, but only if you know how to spot the signs before they lead to disaster. So what happens next? Well, there are two possible paths ahead. On one hand, we could see the market continue its climb for a little longer, driven by factors like lower interest rates, tax cuts, and the buzz around AI and tech stocks. These things could keep the market going up, feeding into the euphoria and making people believe that the good times will never end. But here's the flip side. The higher the market goes, the closer we get to the inevitable crash. All the indicators are flashing red. And the reality is the market can't keep climbing forever. So if we hit another top, how will you react? Will you hold on, convinced that the market can only go up? Or will you start making moves to protect your wealth before the crash comes? The next move is already forming, and it could happen faster than you think. You don't want to be caught in the storm without a plan. Here's the bottom line. The market works in patterns. It's predictable, and if you understand those patterns, you can protect your wealth and even profit when everyone else is losing their heads. Right now, we're at a critical point. The valuations are extreme, the signs are clear, and the top is coming. The question is, what are you going to do about it? If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of 99% of investors. You've seen the patterns, you've seen the signs. Now, the key is action. Don't wait until it's too late. The next crash might be just around the corner, but with the right strategy, you can come out on top. So let's make sure you're ready for whatever comes next. Want to know exactly how to prepare for 2026 and beyond? Make sure you're subscribed and don't miss the next video where we'll dive even deeper into how you can profit in this uncertain market. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.